Someone suddenly asks you a simple question in English. You understand it. You know the answer, but your mind becomes completely empty. You smile nervously. You say nothing. Then, 10 minutes later, when the conversation is over, the perfect answer suddenly comes. Why does your English arrive only after the moment has passed? Because the words are not missing. Your brain is simply too slow under pressure. In this training, you will learn how to wake up your silent English mind, create fast answers, and speak before fear closes the door. The next sudden conversation does not have to defeat you. This time, your answer will arrive when you actually need it. Chapter 1. The 2-second collapse. The first 2 seconds can decide the whole conversation. Someone suddenly asks you a question in English. For 1 second you understand them. Then pressure enters. Your heart beats faster. Your face becomes tense. Your mind starts searching for the perfect words. You think about grammar. You worry about mistakes. You imagine the other person judging you. And suddenly, everything disappears. Your brain freezes. But listen carefully. The question is not the real problem. Your English is not the real problem either. The real problem is the pressure you create inside those first 2 seconds. You believe you must answer quickly. You believe every word must be correct. You believe you must sound smart. That is too much work for your brain at one time. So your mind closes. The solution is simple. Do not try to give a perfect answer. Just stay inside the conversation. When someone asks you something, breathe once. Relax your shoulders. Look at the person calmly. Then begin with a small phrase. Well, let me think. I think that is a good question. These simple words give your brain time to wake up. You are not running away from the question. You are giving your mind space to answer. Remember, a conversation is not an exam. The other person is not waiting for perfect English. They only want to understand you. A small answer is better than complete silence. A simple sentence is better than a perfect sentence that never comes out. Your first goal is not to impress anyone. Your first goal is to remain calm and begin. Win the first 2 seconds, and the rest of the conversation becomes easier. Breathe once. Say one small phrase. Then let your brain open. Chapter 2. Your mouth is innocent. Many English learners blame their mouths. They say, "My mouth cannot speak English. My tongue becomes heavy. I know the answer, but I cannot say it." But your mouth is not the real problem. Your mouth is innocent. It only follows the orders that come from your brain. Think about what happens when someone suddenly asks you a question. Inside your mind, you start doing many things at once. You translate from your language into English. You search for the best words. You check your grammar. You worry about your accent. You try to remember every rule. You also think, what if I sound foolish? Your brain becomes too busy. It sends no clear message to your mouth. So your mouth stays silent. This does not mean you cannot speak English. It means you are asking your mind to do too much at one time. Stop trying to build a perfect sentence. Choose the easiest words you know. Suppose someone asks, "What did you do yesterday?" Do not search for a long, beautiful answer. Simply say, "I stayed home, I watched a movie, then I went to sleep." That answer is simple, clear, and complete. You do not need difficult words to have a real conversation. Simple English is not weak English. Simple English is fast English. It gives your brain less work and allows your mouth to move. When you cannot remember one word, explain it with other words. When your grammar is not perfect, continue speaking. When you make a mistake, do not stop and punish yourself. Correct it only when necessary, then move forward. Your mouth does not need more pressure. It needs one clear and simple message from your mind. So the next time you freeze, do not say, "My mouth cannot speak." Say, "My brain is trying to do too much." Relax your mind. Choose simple words. Give your mouth one small sentence, then another. Once your brain becomes clear, your mouth will follow. Chapter 3. Wake the voice behind your voice. There is a voice inside you that no one else can hear. It is the voice you use when you think. Before words come out of your mouth, they are usually formed inside this silent voice. But many English learners use this inner voice only in their first language. They study English for hours, but during the rest of the day, their mind returns to the old language. Then, when a sudden English conversation begins, their brain is not ready. It must quickly change languages. That change takes time, and during those few seconds, fear enters. To speak English faster, you must first make English active inside your mind. Start with very small thoughts. When you wake up, think, "I am still tired." When you look outside, think, "It looks sunny today." When you make breakfast, think, "I need a cup of tea." When you leave your house, think, "I hope the road is not busy." No one needs to hear you. You do not need perfect grammar. You are simply teaching your brain to stay close to English. Describe what you see. Name what you feel. Ask yourself easy questions. What should I do next? Where did I put my phone? What do I want to eat? Then answer yourself in English. At first, your silent voice may be slow. It may stop often. That is normal. Do not force long sentences. 5 simple words are enough. The goal is not to sound like a teacher. The goal is to make English feel normal inside your head. Practice for 5 minutes in the morning and 5 minutes at night. Soon, something powerful will happen. When someone asks you a sudden question, your brain will not need to wake up its English. English will already be awake. Your spoken voice becomes faster when your silent voice becomes stronger. So do not practice English only when people are listening. Practice it in the quiet moments. Wake the voice behind your voice. That hidden voice will one day speak for you before fear has time to stop it. Chapter 4. The first word escape. Most people believe they must know the whole answer before they start speaking. That belief creates the freeze. Someone asks you a question. You begin searching for a complete sentence. Then you search for the right grammar. Then you search for a better word. While you are still searching, the silence becomes longer. The longer the silence becomes, the more nervous you feel. Soon, even the easy words disappear. This is why you need the first word escape. When your mind feels empty, do not search for the full answer. Search for only the first small phrase. You can begin with, well, actually, I think, for me, maybe, let me see, that is interesting. These phrases are simple, but they are very powerful. They break the silence. They tell your brain, the conversation has started. Once your mouth begins moving, your mind often begins moving too. Imagine someone asks, what do you like to do on weekends? You do not need to create the perfect answer inside your head. Begin with, well, I usually stay at home. Now your brain has more time. You can continue. I watch movies, talk to my family, and sometimes go outside. You built the answer after you started speaking. That is the secret. Good speakers do not always see the whole sentence before they begin. Sometimes they discover the sentence while they are saying it. Here is another example. Someone asks, why are you learning English? Your mind becomes empty. Use the escape. Actually, I want to speak with more confidence. Then add, I also want to understand people better and find new opportunities. The first phrase opened the door. The rest of the answer followed. But choose your first phrase carefully. Do not repeat the same sound many times. Do not say, This can make you feel more nervous. Use a real phrase instead. Say, that is a good question. Let me think. Well, in my opinion, these phrases make you sound calm, even when you are still thinking. You can also repeat a small part of the question. If someone asks, what was the best part of your day? You can begin, the best part of my day, then pause for 1 second and continue, was meeting an old friend. Repeating part of the question gives your brain a clear path. Practice this skill before you need it. Write down 5 opening phrases. Say each phrase aloud 10 times. Then ask yourself random questions and answer immediately. Do not wait for the perfect sentence. Begin with one safe phrase and allow the answer to grow. Remember this rule: your first words do not need to be brilliant. They only need to come out. One word breaks the silence. One phrase lowers the fear. One simple beginning can save the whole conversation. When your mind freezes, do not fight for the complete answer. Find the first word. Open the escape door. Then keep walking. Chapter 5. Steal 5 seconds. A sudden question can make 5 seconds feel very long. Someone looks at you and asks, what do you think? Your mind is still searching, but the other person is waiting. You feel that you must answer now. This pressure makes you panic, and panic makes your English disappear. But here is something important. You do not need to answer immediately. You are allowed to think. Even strong English speakers take time before answering. The difference is that they know how to use that time without looking lost. They do not stand in complete silence. They use a simple phrase to hold the conversation. This is how you steal 5 seconds. You can say, that is a good question. Let me think for a moment. I have never thought about that before. Well, from my experience, give me a second. I am not completely sure, but these phrases are not empty words. They are tools. They give your brain a little space. They slow down the pressure. They help you move from fear into thought. Imagine someone asks, what is the biggest problem in your city? You may not have an answer ready. Instead of freezing, say, that is a good question. Let me think for a moment. Now you have gained a few seconds. During those seconds, choose one simple idea, maybe traffic, then continue. I think traffic is one of the biggest problems because people lose a lot of time every day. The answer is simple, but it is clear. Without the thinking phrase, you may have stayed silent. With the phrase, you stayed inside the conversation. Here is another example. Someone asks, "Would you like to live in another country?" You can begin. "I have never thought deeply about that before." Then think. After a short pause, continue. "But yes, I think I would like to try it for 1 year." You did not answer too quickly. You did not escape from the question. You simply gave your mind time to work. That is not weakness. That is control. The biggest mistake is believing that every pause makes you look bad. A calm pause can make you look thoughtful. A nervous silence feels uncomfortable, but a pause with a clear phrase feels natural. Your voice also matters. Do not rush the phrase. Do not say it as if you are scared. Say it slowly. Breathe once. Keep your face relaxed. Look at the person. Then answer with the easiest words you know. You can also use the question itself to gain time. Suppose someone asks, "What kind of work would make you happy?" You can say, "What kind of work would make me happy?" Then pause for 1 second. Now your mind is already moving toward the answer. You might continue, "I think work where I can help people would make me happy." Repeating the question is useful because it gives your brain a clear direction. You can also ask for a little help when you do not understand. Say, "Could you say that again?" "Do you mean?" "Can you explain that in a simpler way?" Many learners are afraid to ask. They think asking again will make them look weak. But pretending to understand often creates a bigger problem. A calm question keeps the conversation alive. Silence ends it. You should prepare your thinking phrases before real conversations happen. Choose 3 phrases you like. For example, "That is a good question. Let me think for a moment. I am not sure, but I think." Practice saying them every day. Say them slowly. Say them with a calm face. Then ask yourself random questions. Before every answer, use one thinking phrase. At first, it may feel unnatural. After some practice, it will become automatic. Then, during a real conversation, your brain will know what to do. Remember, you are not stealing time because your English is poor. You are creating space so your English can come out. 5 seconds can save you from panic. 5 seconds can help you find one clear idea. 5 seconds can turn silence into a real answer. So when a question surprises you, do not fight the pressure. Hold the conversation with one simple phrase. Breathe. Think. Choose one idea, then speak. You do not need to be the fastest speaker. You need to be the speaker who stays calm enough to continue. Chapter 6. Train for the question you cannot predict. Most English learners prepare for questions they already know. They practice. What is your name? Where are you from? What do you do? These questions are useful, but real conversations do not always follow a safe plan. Someone may suddenly ask, "What made you change your mind? What would you do in my place? Why do you look worried today? What is one thing you wish you had learned earlier?" Now the question is different. You did not prepare for it. You do not have a ready answer. Your mind becomes quiet. Your body becomes tense. And you freeze. This happens because you trained your memory, but you did not train your reaction. You learned some answers, but you did not teach your brain how to build a new answer under pressure. That is why you must train for the question you cannot predict. The goal is not to prepare for every question in the world. That is impossible. The goal is to make your mind flexible. A flexible mind can hear a new question, find one simple idea, and begin speaking. It may not give a perfect answer, but it does not shut down. Start with the 3-second rule. Ask yourself a random question. Give yourself only 3 seconds before you begin answering. Do not write the answer first. Do not prepare it silently for 1 minute. Do not search for perfect grammar. Count. 1, 2, 3, then speak. Suppose the question is, what makes a person trustworthy? You may not have a full answer. That is fine. Begin with one simple thought. I think a trustworthy person tells the truth. Then add one reason. People feel safe with them because they do not hide important things. Then give one example. For example, a good friend should be honest even when the truth is difficult. That is already a strong answer. You did not need difficult words. You only needed one idea, one reason, and one example. This is a powerful answer pattern. First, say what you think. Second, explain why. Third, give an example. You can use this pattern for almost any question. For example, what makes someone successful? I think patience makes someone successful. Success often takes time, so people must continue when life becomes difficult. For example, many people fail many times before they finally reach their goal. Your English does not need to be perfect. Your answer only needs a clear direction. Another useful pattern is past, present, future. Suppose someone asks, "How has technology changed your life?" You can say, "In the past, I used books for most information. Now I use my phone to learn many things quickly. In the future, I think technology will become even more important." This simple structure helps you continue speaking. It gives your brain 3 clear places to go. You can also use the choice pattern. Suppose someone asks, "Would you rather live in a big city or a small town?" Begin with your choice. "I would choose a small town." Then give a reason. "It is quieter, and life may feel less stressful." Then show the other side. "Big cities have more opportunities, but I prefer peace." This creates a complete answer without difficult language. Now let us talk about practice. You need surprise practice every day. Write 20 random questions on small pieces of paper. Fold them. Put them in a box or a cup. Every day, choose 5 questions without looking. Give yourself 3 seconds. Then speak for at least 30 seconds. Your questions can be simple, strange, personal, or serious. For example, what would you do if your phone stopped working for 1 week? What small thing always improves your mood? Which habit would you like to remove from your life? What makes a conversation boring? Would you rather be rich or deeply respected? What is something people often misunderstand about you? What would you teach a 10-year-old child? What does a peaceful life look like to you? You may give weak answers at first. You may repeat words. You may stop in the middle. You may make grammar mistakes. Do not worry. This practice is not testing your knowledge. It is training your courage and speed. Think about a football player. They do not practice only when the field is quiet. They train while moving. They train when someone tries to stop them. They train to make quick choices. You must do the same with English. Do not practice only when everything is easy. Add small pressure. Use a timer. Give yourself 3 seconds to start. Speak while walking. Ask a friend to surprise you with questions. Record yourself without preparing. The pressure should be small but real. Your brain must learn. A surprise question is not danger. It is only a question. You can also practice with objects around you. Look at any object and ask yourself an unexpected question about it. Look at a chair. Ask, "Why are chairs important?" Look at a window. Ask, "What can a window teach us about life?" Look at a cup. Ask, "How would you describe this cup to someone who cannot see it?" These questions may sound unusual. That is exactly why they are useful. They force your brain to create language instead of repeating memorized answers. Another strong exercise is the change the question drill. Start with one easy question. What food do you like? Then slowly make it more difficult. Why do you like it? When did you first eat it? Would you eat it every day? How would you explain its taste? Would you recommend it to someone from another country? One topic can create many surprise questions. This teaches you to stay with the conversation even when it changes direction. You should also learn what to do when you truly do not know the answer. Not knowing is normal. You can say, "I am not sure, but my first thought is, I do not know much about this, but I think." That is difficult to answer. Maybe, "I have never experienced that, but I would probably." These phrases allow you to respond honestly. You do not need to pretend that you know everything. Sometimes the question is too broad. Make it smaller. If someone asks, "What is wrong with the world today?" that question is huge. Do not try to answer everything. Choose one small part. Say, "There are many problems, but I think loneliness is one important problem." Now the question feels easier. You have created a clear road for your answer. Sometimes you may not understand the question. Do not guess and give a strange answer. Ask for help. Say, "Could you ask that in another way? What do you mean by that? Are you asking about my personal experience? Could you give me an example?" These are real conversation skills. A strong speaker is not someone who understands everything immediately. A strong speaker knows how to keep the conversation moving. After each practice session, listen to yourself. Do not search for every small mistake. Ask only 3 questions. Did I begin quickly? Did I explain one clear idea? Did I continue even after a mistake? These questions matter more than perfect grammar. Your first goal is speed of beginning. Your second goal is clarity. Your third goal is calm continuation. Grammar will improve with time. Confidence grows when you prove to yourself that surprise cannot silence you. Practice 5 random questions every day. That may take only 10 minutes. But after 1 month, you will have answered around 150 unexpected questions. Your brain will start noticing patterns. It will learn how to give reasons. It will learn how to create examples. It will learn how to compare ideas. It will learn how to begin before the full answer is ready. Then real conversations will feel less dangerous. A person may ask something strange. You may still feel a small moment of fear, but your mind will not collapse. It will say, I have done this before. You cannot predict every question, but you can train yourself to face any question. Do not memorize your whole life. Train your mind to respond. Choose one idea. Use simple words. Give one reason. Add one example. And keep moving. The unexpected question is not your enemy. It is the training ground where your real English becomes strong. Chapter 7. Speak before fear finishes thinking. Fear is fast, but it is not always faster than you. When someone suddenly speaks to you in English, fear begins creating thoughts. What if I make a mistake? What if I use the wrong word? What if they do not understand me? What if I look foolish? What if my grammar is bad? These thoughts can appear in only a few seconds, and if you listen to all of them, you may never begin. That is why you must speak before fear finishes thinking. This does not mean speaking without listening. It does not mean saying anything carelessly. It means beginning before your mind creates too many reasons to stay silent. Fear becomes stronger when you wait. Imagine someone asks, "What do you think about working from home?" You understand the question. You already have one small idea, but instead of speaking, you wait. You search for a perfect sentence. Then another thought enters. Maybe my answer is not good. Then another. I do not know the correct grammar. Then another. They will notice my accent. After 5 seconds, the question feels much harder than it really is. The question did not change. Your fear changed it. Now imagine the same situation, but this time you begin quickly. You say, I think working from home can be helpful. That sentence is simple. It may not be perfect, but now you are moving. You can continue. It saves travel time, and some people can focus better at home. Your fear did not have enough time to stop you. You spoke before it finished building the wall. This is one of the greatest secrets of natural speaking. Do not wait until fear disappears. Speak while fear is still there. Many learners believe confident people feel no fear. That is not true. Confident people also feel nervous. They may forget words. They may make mistakes. They may need time to think, but they continue. Confidence is not the absence of fear. Confidence is the decision to keep moving while fear is beside you. Think about learning to ride a bicycle. At first you feel afraid. You may lose balance. You may move slowly, but you cannot learn balance by standing still. You learn balance by moving. Speaking English is the same. You cannot become brave by always waiting for the perfect moment. You become brave by speaking in imperfect moments. Start with the smallest possible answer. Suppose someone asks, "Did you enjoy the event?" You do not need a long answer. Say, "Yes, I did." Then add, "The people were friendly." Then add, "The music was also good." You built the answer one step at a time. Fear often tells you that you need the whole answer before you begin. You do not. You only need the first clear sentence. After that, take the next sentence, then the next. Speaking is not one giant jump. It is a group of small steps. Use this simple rule. Start small, stay clear, keep going. Start small means using easy words. Stay clear means sharing one idea at a time. Keep going means not stopping after one mistake. This rule can save you in almost any conversation. Let us say you make a grammar mistake. You say, "Yesterday I go to the market." You notice the mistake? Fear may say, "Stop, you sound bad. Do not obey it." You can quickly correct yourself. "Sorry, yesterday I went to the market." Then continue. "I bought some fruit and came home." The mistake did not destroy the conversation. You corrected it and moved forward. Sometimes, you may not even need to correct yourself. If the other person understood you, continue. A conversation is not a grammar test. Its main purpose is connection. Your job is to share meaning. Many learners destroy their confidence because they stop after every small mistake. They look back at each word, they judge every sentence. They become their own enemy. Imagine trying to walk while checking every step behind you. You would move very slowly. Speaking works the same way. Do not keep looking backward. Finish the idea first. You can learn from mistakes later. During the conversation, stay present. Listen to the person. Answer the real question. Do not listen more closely to your fear than to the person in front of you. Your attention is powerful. When all your attention is on yourself, fear grows. You think, "How do I sound? Is my face strange? Am I making mistakes?" But when you place your attention on the conversation, fear becomes smaller. Think, what is this person asking? What simple idea can I share? What can I ask them next? Move your attention away from performance and toward connection. You are not standing on a stage. You are speaking to another human being. They may also feel nervous. They may also make mistakes. They are probably not studying every word you say. They are listening for your meaning. You can also use curiosity to defeat fear. When you do not know what to say, ask a simple question. Suppose someone says, "I visited a new city last week." You may feel pressure to give a clever response. You do not need one. Ask, "Which city did you visit?" Then, "What did you like most about it?" Now the conversation continues. Speaking English is not only about giving long answers, it is also about showing interest. A good question can carry the conversation forward. Fear wants you to focus only on your own words. Curiosity helps you focus on the other person. That makes speaking easier. You should also stop trying to hide every sign of nervousness. Maybe your voice shakes a little. Maybe you pause. Maybe you need to restart. That is okay. You do not need to look perfect. You only need to remain present. Say, "Let me say that again." I mean, what I am trying to say is, these phrases allow you to repair your sentence. They are not signs of failure. They are signs that you know how to continue. Real speakers repair their words all the time. They change a sentence. They search for a better word. They explain again. Natural speaking is not always smooth. It is flexible. You must train this courage every day. Do not wait for an important conversation. Create small moments of action. Answer one question without preparing. Speak to yourself for 1 minute. Leave a short voice message in English. Ask someone one simple question. Describe your day without stopping. When fear says, "Wait until you are ready," begin with one sentence. Your daily goal is not to feel perfect. Your daily goal is to act before fear becomes too loud. Try the one breath method. When someone asks you a question, take one calm breath, not 5 breaths. Not a long silence, just one. During that breath, choose one simple idea, then begin. One breath gives you control. Too much waiting gives fear control. You can also use a countdown. When you want to speak but feel afraid, count silently. 3, 2, 1. Speak. Do not count again. Do not begin another discussion inside your mind. At 1, say the first sentence. This method teaches your brain that action comes before overthinking. At first, you may still feel uncomfortable. That is normal. Your goal is not comfort. Your goal is movement. Comfort often comes after movement. You speak. Nothing terrible happens. You survive the mistake. The other person understands enough. Your brain learns. Speaking is safe. The next conversation becomes a little easier. Then the next. This is how courage grows. Not from one perfect performance. It grows from many small moments when you speak despite fear. Remember everything you have learned. When the first 2 seconds become heavy, breathe. When your mouth becomes silent, clear your mind. When English feels asleep, wake the voice behind your voice. When the full answer does not come, use the first word escape. When you need time, steal 5 seconds. When the question surprises you, choose one idea, one reason, and one example. And when fear begins thinking, speak before it finishes. You do not need to defeat fear in one day. You only need to stop giving it the final decision. Fear may speak inside your mind. Let it speak, but do not let it choose your action. Your action is simple. Begin. Use easy words. Make the mistake. Correct it if needed. Ask a question. Continue. Every time you do this, your silent mind becomes stronger. Every time you continue after a mistake, your confidence grows. Every time you answer an unexpected question, your brain becomes faster. One day, someone will suddenly speak to you in English. You will feel that old pressure for a moment, but this time you will not wait for fear. You will breathe once. You will choose one small thought, and you will speak. Maybe the sentence will not be perfect, but it will be real. And that real sentence will open the next one, then the next. That is how fluency begins. Not with perfect English, not with zero fear. It begins when you finally decide, I will speak before fear finishes thinking. Final conclusion, your mind will not go silent. Your English was never truly missing. The words were already inside you, but pressure was standing in front of them. Fear was telling you to wait. Perfection was telling you to prepare the whole answer. And while you were thinking, the conversation was moving away. But now you know the truth. You do not need perfect English to begin. You need a calm mind, one simple idea, and the courage to say the first word. When a sudden question comes, remember the full journey. Do not allow the first 2 seconds to control you. Take one calm breath. Do not blame your mouth. Your mouth is only waiting for a clear order. Wake the silent English voice inside your mind every day. Describe what you see. Say what you feel. Ask yourself small questions. Answer them with easy words. When your mind becomes empty, use the first word escape. Say, well, I think, actually, that is a good question. Do not wait for the complete answer. Open the door with one small phrase, then allow the next sentence to come. When you need more time, steal 5 seconds. Say, let me think for a moment. I have never thought about that before. I am not completely sure, but I think a calm pause is not failure. It is control. Train yourself with questions you cannot predict. Do not practice only the questions you already know. Choose strange questions. Choose difficult questions. Give yourself 3 seconds, then begin. Your answer does not need to be beautiful. It only needs to be alive. Use one idea. Give one reason. Add one example. Then keep moving. Most importantly, speak before fear finishes thinking. Fear may still appear. Let it appear. You do not need to fight it. You only need to move faster than it. Say the first sentence while your heart is still nervous. Say the second sentence even if the first one was not perfect. Continue after a mistake. Ask for help when you do not understand. Stay inside the conversation. For the next 7 days, follow this simple challenge. Every morning, speak silently in English for 5 minutes. During the day, answer 5 surprise questions aloud. Give yourself only 3 seconds to begin. Every evening, record yourself speaking for 1 minute without preparation. Do not stop the recording when you make a mistake. Do not begin again. Continue until the minute ends. At the end of 7 days, listen to your first recording and your final recording. You may still make mistakes, but you will notice something more important. You will begin faster. You will pause less. You will recover more easily, and your voice will sound more alive. That is real progress. Fluency does not begin when you know every word. It begins when silence can no longer defeat you. The next sudden conversation is not something to fear. It is your next training ground. Breathe once, choose one idea, say the first word, and let your English come alive. Bonus, the 7-day Unfreezable Mind Challenge. You now know why your mind freezes. You know how to begin with one small phrase. You know how to create thinking time. You know how to face questions you did not expect. But knowing these ideas is not enough. Your mind changes through practice. For the next 7 days, train yourself for only 10 minutes each day. Do not wait until you feel confident. Practice first. Confidence will follow. Day 1. Speak to yourself. Look around your room. Describe 5 things you can see. Say, the chair is near the window. My phone is on the table. The room feels quiet. Do not search for difficult words. Use the English you already know. The goal is to wake up the silent English voice inside your mind. Day 2. Answer in 3 seconds. Ask yourself 10 easy questions. What did I eat today? How do I feel? What do I want to do tomorrow? Give yourself only 3 seconds before answering. Your answer can be short. The important thing is to begin quickly. You are teaching your brain that it does not need a perfect answer before speaking. Day 3. Use the first word escape. Choose 5 opening phrases. Well, actually, I think. For me, that is a good question. Ask yourself random questions. Begin every answer with one of these phrases. Do not prepare the whole sentence. Let the answer grow after your first words come out. Day 4. Steal 5 seconds. Practice these phrases aloud. Let me think for a moment. I have never thought about that before. I am not completely sure, but that is an interesting question. Say each phrase slowly and calmly. Then use it before answering a difficult question. These words are not signs of weakness. They show that you are controlling the moment instead of letting the moment control you. Day 5. Speak through mistakes. Choose one topic and speak for 2 minutes. Talk about your family, your work, your city, or your daily routine. Do not stop when you make a mistake. Do not restart the whole answer. Continue from where you are. Say, what I mean is, let me say that again. I wanted to say, this day is very important. You must teach your brain that a mistake is not the end of a conversation. A mistake is only a small stone on the road. Step over it and keep walking. Day 6. Face surprise. Write 10 unexpected questions on small pieces of paper. For example, what would you do without your phone? What makes someone a good friend? What is one habit you want to change? What would you teach a child? Choose each question without looking. Take one breath, then speak. Give one idea. Give one reason. Give one example. Do not judge the answer while you are speaking. Your only job is to continue. Day 7. Have a real conversation. Today, use your English with another person. It does not need to be a long conversation. Ask one question. Give one answer. Send a short voice message. Speak to a friend. Join a simple online conversation. Or record yourself as if someone is standing in front of you. Before you begin, remember, you are not trying to prove that your English is perfect. You are proving that fear cannot keep you silent. You may feel nervous. Speak anyway. You may forget a word. Explain it another way. You may make a mistake. Keep going. At the end of 7 days, do not ask, "Was my English perfect?" Ask, "Did I begin faster? Did I stay calm longer? Did I continue after a mistake? Did I speak even when I felt afraid?" That is real progress. Fluency does not arrive in one magical moment. It grows every time you choose speaking over silence. Your mind froze in the past because it was trained to wait for perfection. Now you will train it to move. One breath, one phrase, one simple idea, one brave beginning. That is all you need. The next sudden conversation may still surprise you, but surprise will no longer control you. You will know how to slow the pressure. You will know how to find your first words. You will know how to give yourself time. You will know how to continue through fear. And when your old mind says, "Stay silent until you are ready," your trained mind will answer, "I become ready by speaking." The first 7 days wake up your English, but now you must make it stronger. You must train until speaking becomes a reaction. A reflex is something you do without thinking for a long time. When something falls, your hand quickly tries to catch it. You do not first study the movement. Your body simply reacts. Your English can become like this too, but only when you stop practicing English as information and begin practicing it as action. For the next 7 days, you will train your real conversation reflex. This time, the practice will feel more real. There will be less preparation. There will be more surprise. There will be more pressure. But the pressure will make you stronger. Day 8, the 1-minute answer. Choose one simple question. For example, what makes you happy? What is one goal you have? What do you enjoy doing alone? Start speaking within 3 seconds. Then continue for 1 full minute. You may repeat an idea. You may use simple words. You may pause for a moment. But do not stop completely. Use this easy structure. First, give your answer. Then explain why. Next, give an example. Finally, add one more thought. For example, what makes you happy? Spending time with my family makes me happy. I feel relaxed when I am with them because I do not need to pretend. For example, we often sit together in the evening and talk about our day. Even a simple conversation with them can improve my mood. You do not need an amazing answer. You need a moving answer. The goal is to train your mind to keep finding the next sentence. Day 9. The broken sentence practice. Today, you will learn that a broken sentence does not mean a broken conversation. Start answering a question, then stop yourself in the middle. Repair the sentence and continue. For example, I went to the market because I wanted to buy. Actually, I needed to buy some fruit. Or, the movie was what I mean is, it was more emotional than I expected. Use these repair phrases. What I mean is, let me say that differently. Actually, I wanted to say, the word I am looking for is. Real speakers do this all the time. They do not always create perfect sentences. They fix the sentence while speaking. Practice this on purpose. Teach yourself that losing one word does not mean you must lose the whole answer. Day 10. The no perfect word rule. Sometimes you freeze because one word disappears. You know the idea, but you cannot remember its English name. Do not stop. Describe the word. Suppose you forget the word umbrella. Say, it is the thing we use when it rains. Suppose you forget dentist. Say, it is a doctor who takes care of teeth. Suppose you forget charger. Say, it is the thing that gives power to my phone. This skill is extremely powerful. You do not need every word to speak English. You need the ability to move around the missing word. Today, choose 10 objects. Pretend you have forgotten their names. Explain each one using easy English. The goal is not to remember the word quickly. The goal is to continue without it. Day 11. The fast follow-up. A conversation does not end after one answer. The other person may ask, why? How? When? What happened next? These small questions often make learners freeze because they already used their prepared answer. Today, train follow-up questions. Begin with, what do you do in your free time? Answer it. Then ask yourself, why do you enjoy that? Answer again. Then ask, when did you start? Answer again. Then ask, would you recommend it to others? Answer again. One topic can create many questions. This practice teaches your brain not to depend on one memorized answer. It teaches you to stay alive inside the conversation. Day 12. The opinion under pressure. Many learners can describe facts, but they freeze when someone asks for an opinion. Questions like these may feel difficult. Do you agree? What would you change? Which choice is better? What do you think about this? Use this simple opinion pattern. I think. The main reason is, for example, however, so overall. Suppose someone asks, is social media helpful or harmful? You can say, I think social media can be helpful, but people must use it carefully. The main reason is that it helps people learn and communicate. For example, many students use it to find useful lessons. However, too much social media can waste time, so overall it depends on how a person uses it. Simple words can carry a strong opinion. You do not need to sound like an expert. You only need to make your idea clear. Day 13. The distraction test. Real conversations do not happen in perfect silence. There may be noise. People may interrupt. Someone may speak quickly. Your phone may ring. Your attention may move. Today, practice speaking with a small distraction. Turn on quiet background sound. Walk slowly while speaking. Ask someone to interrupt you with one simple question. Then return to your idea. Use phrases like, as I was saying, coming back to the question. The main point is, before that, I was explaining. This teaches you how to recover your place. A strong speaker is not someone who never gets distracted. A strong speaker knows how to return. Day 14. The real-world test. Today, leave practice and enter real life. Start one small English conversation. Do not wait for someone else to begin. You can ask, how has your day been? What are you working on? Have you seen this before? What do you think about it? Then listen carefully. Do not prepare your answer while the other person is still speaking. Listen first. Take one breath. Choose one idea, then respond. Your goal is not to speak for a long time. Your goal is to stay present. Ask one follow-up question. Share one personal thought. Continue after one mistake. That is enough. After the conversation, do not attack yourself. Do not think only about what went wrong. Write down 3 wins. I started the conversation. I answered without long silence. I continued after forgetting a word. Maybe your grammar was not perfect, but you acted. Action is what changes your speaking life. Your silent mind becomes powerful when it learns that English is not only something you study. English is something you use. You use it when you are calm. You use it when you are nervous. You use it when the answer is clear. You use it when you need time. You use it when one word disappears. You use it when the question surprises you. That is how you become difficult to freeze. Not because every fear has disappeared. Not because you know every English word. Not because your grammar is perfect. You become difficult to freeze because you now have a way forward. You know how to begin. You know how to buy time. You know how to repair a sentence. You know how to explain a missing word. You know how to answer a follow-up question. You know how to return after losing your place. Most importantly, you know that silence is no longer your only choice. The next time someone suddenly speaks to you in English, fear may still knock on the door, but now your trained mind will answer first. It will say, I may not speak perfectly, but I know how to continue. The next time someone suddenly speaks to you in English, remember this. You do not need the perfect answer. You only need the courage to begin. Take one calm breath. Use one simple phrase. Choose one clear idea, and let the next sentence come. Your mind may still feel nervous. Your grammar may not be perfect. You may forget a word, but none of that means the conversation is over. Keep moving. Explain the missing word. Correct yourself if necessary. Ask a question. Stay inside the conversation. Every time you speak instead of freezing, you train your brain. Every time you continue after a mistake, you become stronger. Every unexpected question becomes practice. Every small answer becomes proof that fear no longer controls your voice. Do not wait until you feel completely ready. You may never feel completely ready. Speak while your hands feel nervous. Speak while your heart beats faster. Speak while your mind is still searching. Because confidence does not come before speaking. Confidence comes after you speak and discover that you survived. Your English is already inside you. It is not missing. It is not broken. It is only waiting for you to stop demanding perfection. So train your silent mind every day. Think in English. Answer quickly. Practice surprise. Use simple words proudly. And when fear tells you to remain silent, do not fight with it for too long. Breathe once, open your mouth, and begin. One day, someone will ask you a question you did not expect. But this time, your mind will not close. Your voice will rise before fear can stop it. And in that moment, you will understand. You were never unable to speak. You were only waiting too long to trust the English already inside you.